January 27, 2025. The world of artificial intelligence changed forever. DeepSeek, a little-known Chinese startup, launched an artificial intelligence model with almost the same performance as the best text generation model existing today, GPT-o1. But with the big difference of having spent only a fraction of the budget that OpenAI used. This has caused the American market to collapse. In a matter of hours, Nvidia lost $600 billion in market value. OpenAI, Meta, and other artificial intelligence companies panicked. How was it possible that a Chinese company that came out of nowhere had achieved what the tech giants? It took them years of development and hundreds of billions of dollars. Behind this masterstroke is Liang Wenfeng, a mathematics genius who, with a team of 139 engineers, has redefined the paradigm of artificial intelligence models. And in this video, you will learn his story. Liang Wenfeng was born in 1985 in the village of Mililing, city of Wuchuang in Guangdong province, southern China. Unlike many tech moguls who come from families with business traditions, Liang grew up in a humble household. His father was a primary school teacher, which likely influenced his academic discipline and his interest in self-directed learning. As a child, he showed exceptional skills in mathematics and logic. It is said that by 10 years old, he was already solving quadratic equations, and by 13, he mastered concepts of differential calculus that are usually taught at university levels. His mathematical skill allowed him to excel in high school, where he was recognized with multiple awards in national mathematics and physics competitions. This opened the doors for him to attend one of the most prestigious universities in China, Zhejiang University, at the young age of 17. Between 2002 and 2006, Liang studied electronic and information engineering. During his undergraduate years, China was experiencing the internet boom and the accelerated development of its technological infrastructure. Liang began to explore on how the combination of advanced mathematics and computing could have applications in various sectors. It was during this period that he developed an interest in machine learning and artificial intelligence. Upon graduating in the year 2006, he decided to pursue a graduate degree in information and communication engineering at the same university. Between 2007 and 2010, researched computer vision and pattern recognition. Her master's thesis, titled Research on Target Tracking Algorithms Based on Low-Cost PTZ Cameras, focused on improving surveillance systems through artificial intelligence. For those who don't know, PTZ or pan-tilt zoom cameras. They are cameras capable of moving in multiple directions to capture a much wider field of view. This research allowed him to acquire knowledge in image processing, data analysis, and mathematical modeling. In 2007 and 2008 marked the beginning of one of the most severe financial crises in modern history. While Western economies were experiencing stock market crashes, Liang, still a graduate student, saw an opportunity to apply machine learning to financial data analysis. He gathered several classmates and formed a small makeshift lab at the university. Using rather modest GPUs and open source libraries, they began experimenting with price prediction models in the markets. But all this was a challenge. Financial data are highly volatile and difficult to model accurately. Their initial tests yielded inconsistent results. But after months of adjustments, they started detecting patterns that traditional stock market operators couldn't capture. So these early models demonstrated that AI could be used to develop quantitative investment strategies. That is, strategies based on data and mathematical calculations instead of intuition or subjective judgments. After completing his master's degree in 2010, Liang decided not to pursue an academic career nor to join a big tech company. Instead, he chose to continue researching the application of artificial intelligence in financial markets. He moved to a budget apartment in Chengdu, where he spent the following years perfecting trading models based on artificial intelligence. Although he initially faced multiple failures, he eventually, along with two classmates from Zhejiang University, managed to develop an algorithm efficient enough to attract investors and, in this way, create the bridge that would lead him to the pinnacle of artificial intelligence. In the year 2015, Liang, along with his two other partners, founded High Flyer Asset Management. The mission was to leverage the power of mathematics and artificial intelligence, or machine learning, to become the most important quantitative investment fund in China. The company experienced rapid growth, driven by strong demand from the Chinese market, from investors seeking higher returns through more technical and novel strategies. After a few years, High Flyer was already managing billions of yuan in assets. Although the success seemed sudden, it was actually the result of 10 years of Liang's experimentation in the field of machine learning applied to the stock market. 4 years after the founding, in 2019, Liang realized he needed a specialized AI division to maintain and improve High Flyer's competitive edge. And that's how High Flyer AI was created, a branch of the company focused on researching artificial intelligence algorithms, where its main goals were to refine the stock prediction models that were yielding the best results, and explore new areas of application for AI beyond finance. In parallel, High Flyer reached a peak of over 10 billion yuan in assets under management, establishing itself as a powerful player in China's hedge fund ecosystem. Ling started giving lectures and public appearances, such as his speech, "The Future of Quantitative Research in China from a Programmer's Perspective," at the Golden Bull Awards in August of 2019. There he argued that the key to success for a quantitative fund, it was the complete automation of investment decisions without human intervention to distort the algorithm's objectivity. With a track record of financial success, Liang no longer relied as much on traditional investors or venture capital, which granted him some freedom to explore his next big dream: general artificial intelligence. After the experience with High Flyer AI at the beginning of 2023, he announced he was ready to take this monumental step. He founded DeepSeek, a new company dedicated to the research and development of general-purpose AI systems. Although most venture capital funds showed some skepticism, since they did not see an immediate return on investment, High Flyers became the primary source of funding, giving Liang the independence he needed to hire young, enthusiastic engineers focused on long-term innovation. DeepSeek was officially established in May 2023 with the vision of developing next-generation AI capable of competing with the largest AI companies of the moment, such as OpenAI, Google, or Anthropic. The initial team consisted of 139 engineers. Liang Wenfeng, now founder and CEO of DeepSeek. He argued that while large companies were investing massively in huge data centers, his strategy would focus more on efficiency and optimization. He was a firm believer that more hardware did not necessarily equate to better results, and that it was possible to design much more compact neural network architectures that could be combined with compression techniques and intelligent scalability to compete on equal footing with other more expensive models. DeepSeek started gaining attention a few months earlier with the launch of DeepSeek V2 in May 2024. This model based on the Mo architecture. No. I'm not referring to that Mo. I mean Mixture of Expert, which had a total of 136 billion parameters, of which 21 billion were activated per token. DeepSeek 5 2 offered performance close to GPT-4 Turbo in areas such as natural language understanding and text generation, but with a notably lower training cost. To achieve this efficiency, DeepSeek implemented some techniques like precision reduction. Imagine you're measuring the length of a table. If you only need to know that it's about 2 meters, you don't need to say it's exactly 2.0001 meters. That extra precision doesn't add much in this context. Similarly, in artificial intelligence calculations, DeepSeek uses numbers with fewer decimal places. How could an FP8 format be instead of numbers with more decimals, like an FP32 format could be? This reduces the amount of memory needed and speeds up calculations, without losing significant precision for most tasks. Also, it manages the system of predicting several tokens at once. For example, when we write, we add one word at a time. However, if we already know what we want to say, we can write complete sentences at once, which will be much faster. DeepSeek applies a similar idea. Instead of generating text word by word, it predicts several words or tokens at the same time. This allows the model to generate responses more quickly and use fewer resources. And finally, I use a mixture of experts model. And this can be understood as a company where each employee is a specialist in a specific area. When a problem arises, only the relevant expert works on it, while the others do not intervene. DeepSeek has different experts within its system, and only the one that is truly relevant is activated. This makes the model much more efficient, as it doesn't use neural networks in parts that aren't necessary to solve the problem. But this was only the beginning. In December 2024, with just an announcement on their website and without major media campaigns, it was presented. The news spread quickly in specialized artificial intelligence forums, where a clear result could be seen. It surpassed GPT-4o in logic, mathematics tasks, and coding. It also had a minimal cost, since the training only required around $6 million according to DeepSeek's own sources, compared to the estimated $63 to $100 million for training GPT-4o. It is worth noting that DeepSeek used slightly more modest hardware. Employ about 2,000 Nvidia H800 GPUs compared to the 30,000 H100 GPUs used by OpenAI. Similarly, it should be emphasized that the Nvidia H100 have much better performance than the H800. This inference speed and the ability to use less powerful GPUs echoed throughout the industry, causing some nervousness in Silicon Valley and among its investors. But that was only the beginning of what was to come. January 20th, 2025. DeepSeek launched R1, a model specialized in advanced reasoning. R1 was designed to tackle tasks requiring logical inference, mathematical problem solving, and real-time decision-making. R1 demonstrated fascinating performance, being on par with the most powerful model from OpenAI as of today, GPT-01. Well, until OpenAI launches the GPT-03 model. This release solidified DeepSeek as a formidable competitor in the field of artificial intelligence, demonstrating that efficiency and optimization can rival massive investments in hardware. Additionally, something that made it stand out quickly in the AI community was its focus on open source, allowing researchers from around the world. They will examine and confirm the legitimacy of their progress. And by the end of January 2025, in 2019, DeepSeek expanded its repertoire with the launch of Janus Pro. Come on, DeepSeek never gets tired of making releases. A multimodal artificial intelligence model designed to understand and generate both text and image. This model unifies the understanding and generation of images in a single architecture, introducing a dual-path system for visual processing. And so, just at the beginning of 2025, DeepSeek had established itself as the company with the best open-source artificial intelligence model of the moment. And against all odds, a Chinese company with a fraction of the budget of its competitors was competing head-to-head with closed models from companies that had invested billions of dollars in their development. The promise that more investment meant better artificial intelligence was being shattered. What DeepSeek had achieved, with an estimated training cost of $6 million, it sharply contrasted with the hundreds of millions of dollars that its competitors had spent on their infrastructure. It seemed the bubble had burst. Until 2024, Nvidia had established itself as one of the most valuable companies in the world, driven by the growing demand for graphics processing units, serving as the essential provider in the race for artificial intelligence. However, the launch of DeepSeek R1 in January 2025, which proved to be able to operate with a fraction of the GPUs traditionally required, generated some concern among investors, as this could result in lower sales than expected in 2025. In a matter of days, Nvidia's shares experienced an abrupt fall, losing approximately $600 billion in market value marking the largest one-day drop recorded in stock market history. Although many analysts considered this reaction exaggerated, it was a symbol of the fear that the gold rush for artificial intelligence, based on large budgets and massive data centers, it was coming to an end. Some experts suggested that the efficiency demonstrated by DeepSeek could lead to a re-evaluation of investment strategies in high-cost hardware. OpenAI, until then the leader in generative artificial intelligence, was forced to justify why its model GPT-1 had required huge investments. Sam Altman and other executives, they defended that their strategy was based on continuous scaling to achieve true superior intelligences. However, the audience and investors began to question whether that path was sustainable or if it was simply a bubble fueled by Microsoft's abundant capital and its other partners. For its part, DeepSeek demonstrated that innovation in efficiency could be as or more valuable than merely multiplying parameters and hardware resources. This approach generated a new paradigm where startups and AI researchers are looking for lighter, more pragmatic, and cost-effective solutions. However, like any success story based in China, questions also arose about potential censorship within the DeepSeek models. Some research indicated that this AI avoided or omitted responses related to politically sensitive issues in China, such as the independence of Taiwan or the Tiananmen massacre. These political limitations could affect the adoption of DeepSeek in Western markets. Additionally, countries like Italy and Australia have already taken measures to block or restrict the use of DeepSeek, citing concerns about privacy and data security. These actions reflect geopolitical tensions and worries about the influence of Chinese technology in the global arena. But returning to focus on Liang Wenfeng, he was invited to a symposium in Beijing organized by Prime Minister Li Qiang. There he was asked about how AI could drive innovation and Chinese competitiveness globally. This governmental support reflected not only the growing relevance of DeepSeek but also the strategic priority China is giving to AI. Liang's presence at this event sent the message that Chinese technology, it could rival or even surpass the United States in the most important industrial revolution of our times. Liang Wenfeng, the visionary behind DeepSeek, has changed the game rules in artificial intelligence. And this is just the beginning. While most major Western tech companies choose closed models, China, under Liang's leadership, has taken the lead with an open source approach. Your company, with fewer resources, has managed to be more efficient than its American competitors. But the question now is not who has the best AI model today, but who will control the most profitable model that will define the future of artificial intelligence. Because if one thing is clear, it's that Liang Wenfeng and DeepSeek was not the last strike of the AI industry in China, but the first of many. And if you want to know who might be considered Liang Wenfeng's counterpart in the United States, let's talk about Sam Altman, the founder of OpenAI. If you want to know his story, I will link the next video. And without much more to say, see you in the next video.